In the previous videos, we already discussed how you can create dynamic links manually and by code. In this video, I will show you another example of dynamic link. In this video, we will see how Google Map use dynamic link for sharing a location. So as you can see, this is a map and we have this pin and I can change this pin location. Okay, and you can see our latitude and longitude is also updating at the top. Okay, so now let's select a location for, let's say, okay, so now let's say I am in city of London and I want to share my location, and let's say with Gmail. Okay, so this is the link. Okay, now let's close the app. Okay, so this is the link. Now let's click on the link. And boom, we can see our pin in the same location, city of London. Okay, so that's good. Let's see what's gonna happen if user doesn't have this app. So now let's uninstall this app. Now let's click on the link again. Okay, so as you can see, it is redirecting us to this Google Play Store, and now I can install the app. That's good. Let's install it. Okay, now let's open it, and boom, we are in the same location that we shared. So that's how dynamic link works. User can share his location with the help of a link. Okay, and when other user click on it, it will automatically redirect it to that location, and it is multi-platform, so it will work for iOS and Android both. So you want to add payments in your Flutter app. Watch these Udemy courses and learn all about payments from scratch. In this video, we will create a Google Map app and we will share location by dynamic link. Okay, now let's separate our book app and our map app. So here, let's create a new folder, name it book app, and select these two files and drag and drop to this folder. Move and change this home page to, let's say, book homepage. Okay, now let's create a new folder, map app, and inside it create a new file, map homepage.dart, and inside this file create a stateful class, and the class name we can say map homepage, and in the build return a scaffold, add a colon at the end. Okay, now go to the main and scroll down. Here instead of saying homepage, we will say our map homepage. So copy this class name and paste it over here, save it, and go to quick fix and import this package. Okay, so as we getting this path, so we need to create a field in our homepage. So here type string path at final at the start, and path can be null, so we need to add a question mark, and here after this key type this dot path, save it. Now go to the main, it is giving error, so we need to remove this import, remove it. Okay, so now all is all good. Reload the app. Okay, now it is showing a white screen, our map homepage. Okay, now we will show a map to the user. For that we will import a plugin. For that you need to import these two plugins. First one is Flutter Map, second one is Latlong 2. Okay, import the latest version of these two plugins and save it. Now go to your map homepage. Now we will show the map. So go to pub.dev and search this and go to this Flutter Map plugin, and if you scroll down in the usage, you will find this example. You can get the same code from this GitHub repository. I will add a link in description. If you scroll down here, Flutter Map usage, so this is the code. So we just need to copy this Flutter Map. So copy it. Now go to your code and here in the scaffold type body, then inside the body paste the code and save it. Remove the colon from the end, save it. Okay, now if you reload the app, then you can see the map. Okay, so it's not some rocket science, it's simple. Okay, now we need to update some things. So here instead of showing this flutter icon, we will show a pin icon. So if you scroll down here, you will see this flutter logo. So let's remove this container, and here we can say icon Cupertino icons dot pin fill, then pin fill, save it, reload the app. Okay, we can see this pin. Okay, now change the color to red, so type colors dot red, save it, reload the app. Okay, we can see the pin. Okay, now let's update this pin position. So if I click anywhere in the map, then we will update the pin position to that point. So if you go to this options, here in the map options, we have an option called on tab, and we will have two things. First one is tab position, and second is latitude and longitude. Okay, so when we click on the map, then we will update our pin position. So we need to create a new variable, lat long, let's say pin position, add a lat here, then type init state. Now in the init state, we will update our pin position. So first we will update our default pin position. So by default it's gonna be over here. So if you scroll down here, you will see this marker. So here in the marker you will see this lat long, so this is latitude and longitude. So simply copy this latitude and longitude and scroll up, and after this pin position paste the latitude and longitude. So this is our default pin position, so we can copy this variable, and here instead of saying this latitude longitude, we can simply say pin position. Okay, so default pin position is set, and when user click on the map, then we will update our pin position. So here in the on tab, we can simply say pin position equal to our latitude longitude, paste it over here, add colon, then we need to type set state and save it, reload the app, and let's tap in the map. Okay, so as you can see, it is updating the pin position. That's good. So now we can select different location. Okay, now let's print out the latitude longitude over here at the top. So for that, wrap this flutter map with a column widget, then type text latitude colon, then add $, our pin position, paste it over here, dot latitude, add a colon at the end, and the same way copy this text, paste it once, and here we can say longitude, and remove these latitudes and type longitude. Okay, now let's give some space, sized box of height 10, and copy it, paste it after this longitude. Now save it and reload the app, and we can see this latitude longitude, but it is giving some error, but our map is giving some error. Okay, so for fixing it, wrap this flutter map with a widget flexible. Now save it and reload the app, and as you can see, now everything is good. Okay, now if I tap in the map, then you can see our pin position is updating, and we can see the latitude and longitude here also. So it is also updating. That's good. This text is going out of the screen, so we can do one thing, wrap our scaffold with a widget safe area, save it, reload the app, and let's give some space from the top also. So we can simply copy this sized box and paste it over here. Now reload the app. Okay, it's good. Okay, now our basic setup is done, And let's add a share button so user can share this location. So if you scroll down, let's add a floating action button. So here at the end, after this column, add a floating action button. Floating action button, we need to give on press, and in the child add icon, icons dot share, save it, reload the app. Okay, now when user click on this share button, then we will simply share the pin position. So here in the floating action button, we will create a dynamic link for sharing the location. So type dynamic link parameters. Then inside it, we need to give two parameters. First one is link, second one is URI prefix. For link, let's create a field. Type string link equal to. Okay, so this link is for your web browser, so you can type https:// your website.page.com. Copy this link, paste it over here, and it is giving error because we need to give URI. So here instead of link, we can say URI.press. Then we can give this link. So here, okay. Now here in the URI prefix, you need to type this URL. Okay, so your domain URL. So you can simply copy this and paste it over here like this, and remove this download. So this is the live URL that we will share with user. So here we can say live URL, and here we can say web browser, and after this we can add Android parameters and iOS parameters. So for Android parameters, you need to give your package name. You can find it in your build.gradle file. And same way in the iOS parameters, we need to give our bundle ID. Okay, after this we need to give one more field in our Android parameters, that is fallback URL. Okay, so when an Android user opens our dynamic link and he don't have our app, then he will be automatically redirected to this fallback URL. So if I simply put it, you just need to give a URL so user can download your Android app. Type URI.press, then your app URL, you can type https:// then Android app link. Same way we can give our iOS URL also. So here we type fallback URL, URI.press, then https:// then iOS app.link. Okay, now after creating this dynamic link parameters, we can say here, okay, now we need to create a field here. So we can say final dynamic link params equal to this. Now after this, Firebase Dynamic Links .instance build sort link, and we need to give our dynamic link parameters. Copy it, paste it over here. Okay, so these functions return a sort dynamic link, and it's a future method. So we need to type await here and async here, and let's save our sort URL. So we can say where sort URL sort link, and after getting the link we will print it. So add a print statement and copy this variable, paste it over here. Dot sort URL, add a colon, then we will share this link. So type share and go to quick fix and import this share package, then type dot share, and now we need to give our sort URL. So copy this sort URL, paste it over here. Sort link dot sort URL dot to string, save it. Now reload the app. Okay, so let's click on this share button, and it is giving some error. Alright, now I will show you the trick how you can fix this error. So whenever you working with Android emulator, you need to make sure that your emulator date and time match with the real date time. And as you can see, In my emulator it is May 21, but in the real it is 24 June, so date time is not matching. Okay, so you need to update your date time to the latest. So simply go to here date, and today is 24 June, so here update time also. So time is 11:35 p.m. Save it. Now close the app, and now simply reload the app and click on the share button, and boom, we can see this URL link. Okay, now we need to pass our latitude and longitude also with the URL. So what we can do is, after this URL, so this is the simple URL, and after this we will add our path. Okay, so here after this URL, whatever you type, it's a path, and you will get that path in your app when user opens the link. So here we can type slash latitude equal to, then scroll up, pin position, copy it here, add a dollar sign, curly brackets, paste pin position dot latitude, and after that add and, then longitude equal to dollar sign, curly brackets, pin position dot longitude. So that is the main thing we are passing. We are giving pin, latitude and longitude in our path. Okay, and the same path we will get here in our main. Okay, so we are already set up this get initial link, and here inside this initial link we will have our path. Then we are passing this initial link in my app, and we are getting the path. Then we are passing it to map homepage. So here in the homepage we will get this path. So after getting this path, let's print it here like we printing this latitude and longitude. So copy this text, paste it over here, and we can say path, and here remove this, type widget dot path, save it, reload the app. Okay, we can see this path, it is null, that's good. Now copy this sized box, paste it over here, so we will have some space at the top. Now reload the app. Okay, now close the app and open it in the emulator. So this is the app. Okay, so it is not updated, so we need to run it again. So type flutter run. Now close it. Now open the app in the emulator. Okay, so this is the latest app, that's good. Let's share the location of this city of London. Okay, now click on the share button. This is the URL, share with Gmail. Add your email address, share it, close the app. Now go to Gmail. Okay, this is the link, click on it, accept and continue. Yes, I'm in. And as you can see in the path we have this latitude and longitude, same thing we are giving here. Okay, so that means we are getting latitude and longitude, and now we just need to update our pin position. Okay, so once we got this path we will update our pin position. Okay, now let's create a folder for finding the latitude and longitude from the path. So we can say find path lat long. Okay, and here we can say if widget dot path not equal to null. So if our path is not null, then only we will check for the latitude and longitude. So in the right side you will see this is how our path looks. So let's paste it over here. Okay, so this is an example. Okay, so from this path, it's a string, we need this latitude number and we need this longitude number. Okay, now we need to work on the logic so we can get this latitude and longitude. For that you can use dartpad. Okay, and we will work on the logic here. Okay, so this is an example string. Let's save it in a variable string p for our path equal to this. Okay, now first let's work on the latitude. So here we can say, so this is our latitude. Okay, and it is starting after this equal to, right? So let's say p dot substring and index of our equal to sign. So here we can say p dot index of equal to. So this is our starting index and it is ending when we have this end, right? So here we can say after this p dot index of end. Okay, now let's save it in a field. So we can say var lat equal to this. Now let's print it. So I can say lat print. Now run the app. It is giving error, but it's not the error, so don't worry about it. Now let's run it. So we are getting the latitude, but we have this equal to sign also. So for fixing it, we can add +1 here. Now run it again. And as you can see, it is giving the right latitude. Okay, now latitude is correct. Now let's work on our longitude. So let's create our variable longitude equal to p dot substring. Okay, so our longitude is starting from equal to sign. So here we can say p dot index. Here we can say p dot last index of equal to, because we have two equal to's. First one is here and second one is here. So when we say last index of, then it will start from the end. So from the end index of equal to. So it will give the index of this equal to. Once we got the starting index, and then we can give a string length. So we can say here p dot length. Okay, so it will be at the end. Now add a colon and print it, print long, and run it. Okay, so we are getting longitude also, but we have this equal to sign, so we just need to add plus here. Add plus, run it again. Okay, so we are getting latitude and longitude. This is the logic. Now simply copy this and go back to the code and paste it over here like this. Okay, now we don't need this. Okay, now let's create a variable string p equal to widget dot path, and it is giving error because path can be null, and we are already checking for the null, so we can add a null check here. Okay, save it. Okay, so we are getting latitude and longitude from the string, and after getting the latitude and longitude, we just need to update our pin position. So copy this variable, paste it over here, equal to lat long, then our latitude here, then longitude here, and add a colon. Okay, so it is giving error because latitude and longitude is double, not a string. So here instead of saying where, we will say double, and here we say double dot press, then this string. Okay, now same here, instead of saying where, we will say double, and here double dot press. So it will automatically convert this string to double, and now error is gone. That's good. Okay, so we are updating the pin position, and that's it. And we need to call this function here after this. Okay, and it will automatically update the pin position if our path is not null. Okay, so that's all. Now okay, so we need to run our app. So type flutter run. Okay, now let's change something so we will understand the latest version. So here in the latitude, let's say 1 and 2, save it, reload the app. Okay, so you can see this 1 2 latitude. This is our latest version. Now close the app, open in the emulator, and it is not updated because we have 1 2 here. That means we need to run it again. So type flutter run, press enter. Okay, so now close it and open it in the emulator. Okay, so this is the latest version. We have 1 2, that's good. Now let's select a location. Let's say city of London. So our pin is here in the city of London. Let's share the location, share with Gmail, and enter your email. Let's say this, share, close the app, open the Gmail. This is the email. Okay, so this is the link. Let's click on it, agree, and as you can see, after some time, okay, so as you can see, it is opening the app, and we can see our pin is in city of London. Same way you can share any location. Okay, so that's how user can share his location with his friends. And the same way Google Map use this dynamic link for sharing a location. So this is a normal link. Now I will tell you how you can create a professional link. So go to your app and do Flutter run. Okay, so in the map homepage, if you scroll down here in the on press, when we creating dynamic link, here in the dynamic link parameters, if you after this iOS parameters, we have another field called social meta tag parameters, then social meta tag parameters, and inside it we have these three fields. First one is description, then we have image URL, then we have title. In the title, let's say map app, and in the description, let's say share location with your friends. Okay, now here in the image URL, type uri.press. Okay, now we need to give a image URL. So this is the image I found. You can find yours and copy this URL, paste it over here like this, and save it. Okay, after giving these details, reload your app and click on this share button. Okay, and copy this link. Same link you can find in the terminal also, and open it in your WhatsApp. Okay, now open your WhatsApp and paste the link. And after some time, you can see we got this meta tag, and now we can share this link and it will look something like this. Okay, so that's how you can create a professional link. And the meta tag, you can add anything, product image and stuff like that. Okay, so this is an example. So this is another example of professional dynamic link of our previous app that we created, book app. And here, as you can see, I am sharing a book, and in the meta tag I can see the book image and book name and all the stuff, right? So that's how you can create dynamic links. Okay, now you can implement dynamic link in any of your app. Logic is same. Okay, you can add meta tags on all the stuff. That's all for this video. So for payment gateway, you can add Stripe, PayPal, or Flutter in-app purchase. I already created videos on this topic where you can learn all about the payment stuff, and I'm not going to talk about the payment part in this video. If you don't know how to add payment, you can go to gappsolution.com or you can go to Udemy. I already have videos there.